Greetings, programs, and welcome back to CK2 and the reign of Queen Margaret of Scotland. Not the first Queen of Scotland, but the first Queen that I have been in control of. So, we remain at war in France, and this is an annoying war. I can't even peace out because it was one that was a holdover from the previous king, Emrys, inheriting the crown and bringing his French lands into the realm of Scotland. I've put one in the hands of somebody else already, but I might have to divest myself of the rest of them fairly soon because being this much over my limit, it's not good in the long term. Now, looking at my vassals, where are we? We sort them by rank. It's not looking too bad. The Duke of Moray doesn't like me very much, and some of the counts don't like me very much. The barons obviously don't matter terribly, not when it comes to revolts anyway. But for now, there aren't any factions or plots that directly involve me. I do, however, want to divest myself of these lands as quick as I possibly can. So, yeah, last time round, well, what happened was I was beating their armies, but more and more allies were being called in on the side of the Duke of Orleans. And if we lose this, I mean, there's nothing lost except a bit of prestige, basically. There's no land at stake. None of my land, anyway. It's this guy here, the Count of Blois, going after the Duchy of Orleans. So we'll just keep at this for a little bit longer. This might not be a super long episode, but I do basically want to get rid of those lands as quickly as possible. Also, King of Castile wants to marry Sophie de Blois, except why not? She's just... Oh, she was the former spouse of King Emrys. Okay. That's fine. Unmarried heir, Tanis Bruin of Scotland. Who's he? His stats aren't very good. Is there somebody better we can vote for? I think that's who I'm voting for at the moment. Yeah, the Count of Gwent. Did that off screen. Ideally, we want someone with a pretty good stewardship. I mean, if we could get the Duke of Ulster elected, for instance, or the Duke of Munster, Munster in particular, that would bring a big chunk of Ireland under my control. Ulster would be useful, though, in that... where's that Munster? No, I don't... No, yes, no, that's Munster. Yes. Yeah, if I could bring back through inheritance, but nobody else is voting for him, so maybe we'll try him. And I don't know, some other people might vote for him. At the moment, it's this guy. So we might as well get him married to somebody and hope we can find someone with an inheritance or there's a couple of... no, I can't get anything strategic from this marriage, it seems like. Let's go for this Hungarian lass here. She doesn't have any particularly negative traits. Her stats, like her marshal's not very good. Her stats aren't particularly great, but they aren't particularly terrible either. So anyway, yeah. So we'll try and. I really want to finish this first level of siege, but you know what? We'll just go after this army here. I can figure out which army's which. Also, call to arms. Dehibarthian War. Count Pandulf's claim on Hereford. Will decline that one. Which Jedi's fighting with Jedi's again. 6th of November, they're going to arrive there. And I can't... Wait, which army's which? They're all going to get to where they're going on the 4th of November, so I can't quite get there in time to meet them. Oh, also this army needs some generals. That would be useful. We had some good generals. I really would like to hold on to Paris myself. I should probably also link my forces up with these guys. Right. Right, they're about to pop down to there. And now I have to change direction. It's really annoying when the AI does this and you just end up marching back and forth. Because we really want to intercept these 700 guys before they merge up with that army. I probably could have been a bit more active about rebel bashing, not rebel bashing, about bashing the smaller armies when they had the chance, but it's kind of awkward without raising up a lot of troops and bringing them over in boats, and that would be really quite expensive for what it is basically a really minor war. Right, now they can now march directly into there, which is, I can't do anything about that. From Orléans, it takes apparently really long to march into these provinces, and you can march between them quicker than you can march from the centre, as it were. Which is kind of annoying. Right, there we go. We finally managed to catch up with somebody to have a fight. This is where having multiple armies becomes very useful. Oh, they're actually... No, wait, they're marching into Orléans. Are they? Yes, they are. Oh no, they're doing the weird thing that AI does sometimes where it can't make its mind up and it just switches back and forth. But that absolutely suits me fine. Okay. Okay, we won that fight. I'm going to march through there and try and link up with the forces of my allies. Because that way we'll definitely outnumber that army there. We've got a bit of war score so far. Gascony. Which side is Gascony on? I have no idea. They're on the side of the other guys. Well, this is a... I'll put that speed up slightly. This is a slightly boring war so far. If I could even just catch up with this army and then attach my guys to them, that would make a big difference. So we've got this kind of annoying, just trying to catch up at the moment. Oh, there we go. And there are no friendly units here to attach to, that's a lie. I don't know why it won't let me directly attach my army to those guys. Oh, apparently some of these people are retinues. Oh, did I inherit retinues from... Oh, I probably want to try and keep those. So don't just get rid of that army. Actually try and keep it for the retinues, or whatever component of it are extra retinues. So, because of course I've got my 5,000 man retinue army there. It's one of the benefits of playing on older CK2 is that I get the old, slightly overpowered retinues to play with. Right, they're all changing and casting their votes at the moment. This is the current Danist. Gilaruad of the Knights of Calatrava. Okay. Right, if they can force a fight... okay, there we go. Oh, I can't march directly there. Oh, that's annoying. Right, we'll see if I can march my armies in time, basically. Before these guys get too badly battered. Should be able to turn the tide of this fight. There we go. Right, so, we've also got a nice defensive bonus from the river crossing. So there we go. Ah, yes, so it absolutely smashed that army. That was worth a big chunk of war score. But I can actually check how much war score that was worth. Or can we? I don't know. So, maybe we can't check. An important part of ruling the realm is learning how to delegate. So something you've finally realised in your stewardship has improved as a direct consequence. Getting one stewardship hasn't buffed my demesne. That's going to take a while. My domain size. It's only 5 stewardship. But we can get that up to at least 8 with the ambition. It just might take a while. So we've finally, it looks like we've broken the back of this ridiculous petty little war that we've been embroiled with for far too long. But the forces of the current Duke of Orléans are pretty much broken at this point. And then I can go back to not being at war. I can pull these retinues over here. I can give out... I think at least these 3 will keep Paris. It just kind of slightly tickles my fancy. Paris being, you know, a Scottish city. There's no way... In fact, it's not even French. It's still Frankish culture. Can we actually... Where's the culture map? See, the kings of... they're all going to be Occitan, aren't they? And large parts... Yeah, they haven't flipped to being French yet. There's an event that fires off if you're French or playing, you know, in this area. You can flip your culture to being French and it'll flip your county to being French. And I think the county flipping can happen anyway, but, you know, it'll flip your home county. You can take that as a deliberate decision. Right, my prestige is climbing out the hole. I don't know why Margaret had such low prestige. That might take a while to repair that. That might... Like, the fact that we've gone through the second king in... I don't even know how long it's been. How long was the last episode? But anyway, it's normally not that good for the stability of the realm, but we seem to be doing okay. But I do have to keep an eye on... oh, here we go. Factions. Prince Art for Scotland. So we have a faction to put the Earl of Foix on the throne. Albany, and I could maybe check. Having already looked at vassals, I could see if I... oh yes, my supporters slumped completely. We might see if we can... No honorary titles I can give to them. Can I give you any honorary titles? Court Jester. I guess all my honorary titles are all given out already. No. The problem is, I mean, this is not... Like, being this over has a direct negative impact. Domain too big, -50. So I can dump a lot of this negative, but, I mean, the Duke of Moray, for instance... I think he's going to hate me anyway. The fact also that I have a female ruler is just immediately -10 as a modifier, which makes life a little bit more difficult. Anyway, this war surely should be over soon, surely. I really hope so. Vassal levies raised too long. Oh... That would be the vassal levies of these places. Anyway, betrothed can marry. Okay. I don't... That was somebody of not particular importance, so that's fine. Wait, he's matrilineally married. We don't want him necessarily... it's not so much, I mean, because we have Tanistry, it's not so much of a succession problem, but you might end up with somebody not of the dynasty ending up with a claim on Scotland, which you don't especially want. Right, is she any good at anything in particular? No, she's also ill. Oh wait, she's the... Yeah, this is the marriage I set up. So she just came of age, that's why that message popped up. I'm totally not paying attention. So a bit of a slow start to the episode so far. We're just kind of tidying up from the last episode, really. If I was in control of this siege, I think I'd have just forced it and tried to bump up the war score even more. It does bug me that that one barony is... That's so messy. How is that? Okay, that's under the Duke of Orleans. I could probably fight for that myself at some point. Get it directly under my control. Oh, we have a new Baron of Titushi. That so tickles me. The previous Baron of Titushi lived to the age of 80. That's incredibly good in CK2 terms. That's... 80 is fairly exceptional. Right, we won that siege. I'm just going to march my troops down there and beat up those guys for more war score. Emrys McJedi, another Emrys, has left the county of Foix. Not quite sure why. Anyway. Probably speed this up even more, actually. Shipbuilding in Cumberland. Well, that's terribly important. But we should be able to catch these guys. Or not. Fergal. I'm Irish, aren't I? No, I'm Scottish. Nope. We don't want marriage. We want edumacate. And we'll go with there. Alright, once again, we're just doing the merry-go-round of trying to march in after people. There is a modifier. I don't know if it's present in this version of the game. I don't think it is, but with military traits, I don't think it is available in this version. But there's a modifier that speeds up the marching speed of an army that you command. And I'm pregnant. It's nice that, I mean, one thing they have toned down a little bit, which always used to be, like pregnancy was, for a female character in the original Crusader Kings, extremely dangerous almost. You had a very, very good chance of dying in childbirth. So female rulers that were young enough and you know, if you went through pregnancy, it, generally speaking, you know, it could go very, very badly, very easily. And you could just keel over when you didn't want to. Right, there we go. We're finally done with that damn war. So somebody else has become the Duke of Orleans, which is fine. Stand down the army. So I've got 500 men as a retinue there. We're going to need to raise a couple of boats. 30 ships. Send them down to the Strait of Dover. Right, Orleans, Dijon, and Chalon will foist them off on other people, and that will ease the situation with my vassals. It won't completely get rid of it, of course. But they're part of the Duchy of Burgundy, but I don't think we've got... No, we'd need 3 other provinces for Burgundy, and of course this is part of Orleans, which there is already a Duke of Orleans. And even though I helped him win his damn war, because he wants Orleans, and because religious differences. Why religious differences? Oh, I'm Orthodox. Oh, you know, that won't be helping. Can I convert to... Why am I Orthodox? I've literally just noticed that, because the symbol is quite small. Yeah, no, that won't be helping opinion either, the fact that I am Orthodox. How did I end up as being Orthodox? Literally none of the family are. My parents weren't. Oh no, my mother was. That might be it, but surely through upbringing I should have become... I don't know. That is odd. So yeah, if I click on the religion screen, it gives me the Orthodox faith. Okay. Well, anyway. So yeah, we were going to try and find some characters. A Bedouin Catholic. Sure, why not? Let's give him a county. Grant landed title. Let's give you Dijon. Must be able to marry and... Oh wait, is he? Oh, he's a eunuch. He's a eunuch that's appeared through the court, in the court through an event that... I don't know if that happened in the last episode or if that is an event that happened to Margaret. I mean, I could give my husband his heir as a McJedi. Grant him a landed title. He'd like that. Let's make him then the Count of Dijon. Which is fine. We might have to invite some people to court because there aren't that many people I can just give stuff too. He's not Dorshander. He's not the heir to anything, is he? He's probably leading one of my armies or something, but yeah, he's got a daughter. The problem is once you get to this kind of level of like 80 plus living Jedis, it gets a bit complicated. God, talking of previous queens, there she is, Queen Effa. So Queen Effa was his great aunt, I want to say. No? No, that wouldn't be great aunt. That would be... What would be the sibling of a grandparent? No, that would be a great aunt, wouldn't it? Yes. Anyway, so yeah, the previous queen is... I don't even know where I am on this tree, but there's no immediate, like... The inheritances aren't going to jump, which is why I'm looking. So there's no other people that have lands on this this branch. So I'll give him Chalon. And that's taking us down to 8 out of 5. I'll give Orléans. So 7 out of 5 is 7 over 5 is obviously still more than we want, but I don't want to give Paris away because it's Paris. I want Paris. Orléans we will give. We could always. Can I give him? No, there's no way for me to give him Orléans. I'd have to deliberately lose a war, basically. Yeah, we'll just 17 gold. We'll invite a noble to court, which is going to be somebody with. Where am I looking? It's going to be somebody with no connections. Alexander de Blair Athol. Grant landed title. Count of Orléans. Okay. So that's... means I need a new Chancellor. That's fine. So this is improved some things. He's also ambitious. That's why he's got minus 50. You don't want ambitious vassals. Minus 50, minus 30 as a title claimant. Desires the county of Ross, minus 25. Crown authority. Short reign, it will go away after a while, but there are some things that just won't. So this, I don't know, let's check the rest of my vassals. So yeah, the situation with them has improved a lot. It's a pity I don't have somewhere that I can just give away to somebody that I know will, like... I mean, you could try and give it to the Tanist, for example, but the Tanist in this case is somebody not in my court. So that's no good. You know what? We'll... The Earl of Foix. The Earl of Foix is... and those two, he's way better, but the rest of his stats are pretty rubbish. I think we'll shift my vote to him. Also, you do have... There we go. Battlefield Terrain Master. You do have military modifiers. I was completely getting myself muddled up with the fact that, you know, maybe there's just more of them in the more current version of the game. Where is this guy? Sort by rank. That should... You know, it'd be great if they'd all vote for Jason, King of Scotland too, and we could reunite that way, but that seems to not be the case. Also, the Duke of Gallic is now a Jedi, or the Petty King of Gallic. I can't even remember how... I've obviously accidentally engineered that at some point. There we go, Earl of Foix. So let's have a quick look. Factions is still... slightly problematic. My military strength is pretty decent, though. I can raise 5,000, and I've got 5,500 now from all that. Oh, that faction is growing, though. That's the problem. I don't know if when it says, you know, 7,000. I guess it does take into account your I've forgotten the word now. Your retinue. There we go. Because I've got about 10,000 including the retinue that I can muster, and that's, you know, 7,000 of 70%. So that must be the case. It must do. Right. Caption guy. I keep clicking that when I mean to click educate child. You know what? We could educate Murig myself. Vassal levies raised too long. Well, that issue is dealt with. Maybe I should just give Paris away to somebody. It's just, you know, I want Paris. And I could give the Duke of Moray Ross, but that would be 2 holdings going with that. Well, talking of that, though, that's a point. I could always shift off the barony of Dagobah. But Paris, the thing is, if I give, like, it's nice to hold Paris from an income point of view, but any troops that get raised there, it's a heck of a long slog. So maybe I should just give away Paris. I could always... I'm kind of tempted to give Paris to the mayor of Paris and actually have Paris be controlled by Paris. If that makes any sense. Should we do that? He's Irish and Catholic. Grant landed Tantal. Tantal? That's a word. Title. Okay. Oh, we can't. I could always try giving it to... to a bishop. In theory, he'd be less likely to revolt, although we discovered with Finland it's still not impossible. We could do, that would give me piety. Or I could just give it to a count. You know, we'll go with the bishop. We'll go with the bishop. In theory, he should be less likely to revolt. Apparently also now we need a new spy master. I've done that. Right, so 6 out of 5. Getting rid of any more would mean getting rid of some of my mainland holdings. And I could foist off the barony of Dagobah on somebody, but I don't... Like, even just getting rid of Paris has actually weakened me in terms of my troop numbers, which would be bad if there was an uprising, but that's actually convinced some of the members of this faction to withdraw their support from the faction, just with the reduced negative thingy. I know what I mean. Opinion. So there's some things, I mean, if I wait long enough, the short reign modifier will go away. But if only I could flip from being Orthodox, because religious differences is worth nearly 10. Let it slide. We could try and talk her back to being Orthodox, but we're going to let it slide because I want to be Orthodox myself. And I can't just, like, if this was, again, if this was a newer version of the game, there'd be a little thing in the intrigue menu where I could convert to local religion, but I can't. Which is kind of annoying. So, yeah. Oh, minus 15 prestige. Okay, that's not so good. Murig asks, why did you let off that peasant accused from poaching? I could get kind or I could get just. Just is always useful. Oh, I got kind. Oh well. That's fine. Maybe just have a quick look through our possible claims. Kingdom of Navarra. Interesting. Leinster, Ossory, Duchy of York. I think that one's been around for a while. Somerset. Some of these we saw last time. Right, this is the Duke of Ulster, who... We're not going to get involved with these petty internal wars. I'm kind of interested, right, where's Gallic? Just having seen that there's a caption guy. Ah, a daughter, Lorna McJedi, who's going to be Orthodox and Scottish. I mean, you know, I'm a proper Scottish McJedi. That doesn't happen too often. So there we go. King Astal of Gaelic, who is fake Scottish. I don't know how that happened. Well, we might be able to figure it out though. Let's have a look. Was it a matrilineal marriage? Well, his father was. And that's because... Oh, okay. We arranged a regular marriage at some point. Or somebody somewhere arranged a regular marriage. So the McJedis... Now, this is the second generation of Jedis on the throne of... the petty throne of Gaelic. Dangerous factions! Oh, this is another... Tanist Gila Ruad. Who is the current, like... Yeah, he is anyway. It's just, I don't know. I might... I wonder if I should shift down Feudal Levies Law. Just for... Because we could put down that. Because at the moment we're -10 from Medium Crown Authority. And it's really tempting to try and go for High Crown Authority. But that would, you know, -20. That would make people's opinion even worse. But I could put down Feudal Levies. It does mean the number of troops I can raise goes down. But I'm fairly healthy just what I can raise on my own account without having to raise vassal levies. So we're going to do that. We're going to put the vassal levy law down to normal. And that will give me a slight bump with opinion as well. And it should, in theory, pass. Because who's going to be opposed to having to send less troops to their king? There we go. Okay. 81%. There we go. See, just that little slight bump in opinion. That's now dipped their support quite considerably. We do have, however... Like, I just gave him land and he's already agitating for independence. I think this is probably all of my French vassals. But they can't muster that many in between them. And also, there's a lower crown authority faction, but we don't have to... Oh, hello. King of Aquitaine. Well, we knew that was going to happen at some point. That the King of Aquitaine would decide that, you know, I have a de jure claim on this land. I'm just going to go for it. Also, oh, I've forgotten those guys were there. Can we march them off? Can we retreat them? Yes, we can. So even if I lose all these lands, I still get to keep those free 500 troops. I mean, it would be nice to keep these French lands, but how the hell do I defend this? Aquitaine, I mean, we'll have a quick look at the ledger, but last time I checked, yeah, Aquitaine can muster over 30,000 troops. We can't even muster 20,000. And I'd have to get all my guys over by boat. I don't really know how I could do this. I mean, I could, for instance, boat all my guys down here, for instance, or to the south of France, and then they'd have to march all the way down there. But they would have more than enough armies to do that. There's no strategic terrain I could use, and I'd have to keep my boats hanging around, which would drain my coffers really quickly. The alternative is I just don't contest this war, that I just let them take these lands and kind of regretfully shrug my shoulders and you know, ponder that it would have been nice to hold on to them, but there's no practical way to do it when somebody has a de jure claim and they are that powerful. I think we're going to have to do that. I mean, we've done this previously, going way back to the early episodes when we were having the back and forth over Northumberland, which I eventually won. There were times when I just let them have it back with the de jure claim. But yeah, there's no... It's just all in all, and it's just going to be piecemeal. They're gonna take these one by one probably. But I guess all in all is the one where he can press somebody's immediate. No, he's just doing a de jure claim. He's not even pressing the de jure claim of his vassal. He's just going for it himself. So I'll keep Paris, Dijon, and Chalon for now. But there's no way, like, we're not going to hold on to those for forever. It's just going to be until such time as they decide to take them back as well. Anyway, the rise of the Hansa, or well, the Hanseatic League, really. Several German merchant guilds and trade cities along the shores of northern Europe have come together in Bremen to form the Hanseatic League with the blessing even of Kaiser Humbert of the Holy Roman Empire. This loose confederation of free imperial cities is dedicated towards the continued prosperity of its members and the mutual defence of any merchant vessels flying its flag. Their eventual and unstated goal, of course, is to one day completely dominate all trade along the Baltic and North Seas. So have a quick look at the Republic trade zones. Where would they be? Am I missing? It's not going to be Lubeck itself, which is currently held by Denmark. It's got to be. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, it's in Bremen. I even said in the message, didn't it? It said Bremen. It's just, I saw that king level title and I thought, oh, but no, that's the actual Hanseatic. It's a Prince Mayor. So, yeah, this might be a bit of direct competition to Dumfries. Maybe. We shall see. I mean, they're already got most of the sea zones around the British Isles occupied, and we're also starting to make a little start on the French coastline. So given that they are there rather than there, means they'll probably concentrate on this coast, maybe try and contest, and maybe even up along here, the east coast of Britain. It's a possibility. We can call in allies. No, we're not going to bother with that. So let's just get this Guardian. I keep clicking on the. It'd be nice if there was a button for that instead of having to click straight through. But of course, these days it's so much easier. You just right click and choose from the drop down list. Duke of Lothian, maybe. Duchess of Albany. And that'll increase her opinion. That's why I'm specifically backing him off to a vassal, even though she might not have the best, most appropriate stats for edumacating them. So this was a bit of I don't know, one of those episodes where not that much has really happened. I mean, we haven't lost this war yet. We are going to. I think I'll wrap things up here though, because there's not much doing otherwise. It's been a bit of an just trying to smooth things out episode with having a new monarch. And it's actually, I don't think, unless something really nasty happens, I think we've stabilised opinion enough that, yeah, we're down to just one faction, that Lower Crown Authority one. So I think we can handle that. I don't think we have any imminent danger of civil wars. So Queen Margaret, she's only like, what, 25, 26, 28 now. 25 when she came to the throne. So, in theory, we could have a very nice long reign. And that would make for a nice period of stability, and we could maybe go after England, consolidate, try and bring all these various other caption guys back in the fold. And at some point, I still have that dream, but we'll see. Also, apparently they're back under the Kingdom of Scotland too somehow. Interesting. Anyway, so hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. And if you have, you can hit the like button. You can leave any comments below. You can sub to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, stay tuned for more.